What's up, guys? Welcome back to the MA Sports Podcast. You're here with me, Angelo, and my co-host Michael. We're back after a long hiatus. We were both very busy, but we're going to be back with consistent content for you guys. Today, we're starting off with just an overview of the NFL playoff picture, talking about some dark horses, some picks that you can get good odds in on, and really who the favorites are and what we like the best.
Yeah, there's a lot of good teams going into the playoffs, and one of the biggest dark horses for me is the Cleveland Browns. I think
Oh,
the Cleveland Browns
good
are,
for everyone, I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think the Cleveland Browns, they have the best defense in the league.
Hmm.
They have the one of the lowest allowed yards per game at 266. They have Joe Flacco is an experienced quarterback. They have a great run game. Um,
Dude, and their rush defense is
Their rush
really
defense is
impressive.
very good, and they have weapons. Njoku is exploded. I feel over the last couple games. If he could
Took the words right out of my mouth. I was gonna say, has he been? I feel like he's put himself
into the
now.
top tier of tight ends, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. I think most definitely top seven. You can make the argument top five for
Yeah,
him.
I agree. I agree. But you also have obviously Amari Cooper. Elijah Moore has been
Hmm.
getting more touches, and he's been getting more involved in the offense, which I liked, and I said that before in fantasy that he's gonna get more touches and be more involved. But
Hmm.
not only that, the secondary has been the best it's been in years. I mean,
Greg
with
Newsome, best slot corner in football.
the secondary is this defense is legit, and this team is gonna go far, in my opinion, and that's what I think. What about you? What any dark
Agreed.
horses?
Dude, listen, the Browns are a wagon. I'm right there with you. And the Flacco sorcery is weird. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how long it'll last. He does make some questionable decisions with the football, but he looks like a overall above average, like a pretty good quarterback right now.
He's
It's
experienced
weird.
too.
Yeah,
He's not
yeah.
he's been here before. He's won a Super Bowl. He's not gonna get rattled if times
That's what
get
I like.
tough.
I know, but it's like, will the age get to him? Like, I don't know. I
So
feel like it
far,
will.
it hasn't. This O line
That's
has
what
been
I'm
holding up
saying. That's
for
what
him.
I'm saying.
He can sit in the
Yeah.
pocket and make those throws, and he's been getting outside of the pocket and making those throws, as we've seen from the Jets game. But this team is looking really good, and I don't think it's been
Mhm.
on as many people's radar as it should be. I feel like this is the team that Baltimore needs to worry about, in my opinion.
Dude, I agree. Also, that's the divisional matchup. So,
Yeah.
like, these teams know each other well. The Browns know Baltimore well, but vice versa. Baltimore knows the Browns well. And who knows Joe Flacco better than Harbaugh, which could be a problem. But at same vein, Flacco might want his revenge. And not that they ever did him dirty or anything, but that would be sweet of him to knock out the one seed, his former team, who he won a Super Bowl with, and no one has any expectations for Joe Flacco. Like, he should be comeback player of the year. Like, DeMar Hamlin is alive, but what has
I
he
know.
done this year?
Yeah,
Like, it
yeah.
should be Joe
He's only
Flacco.
had like 2 snaps. I think Flacco definitely comeback player of the year, or even Baker Mayfield,
Okay.
but that's for another time.
Hmm.
But also imagine if this team had the best, one of the best, Nick Chubb. They would be
Bro,
unstoppable. Ford is running the ball
for real.
effectively, but Nick
He,
Chubb is a top running back in the league. But this Cleveland Browns team is definitely they're legit, and I'm excited to see them play. But do you have any other teams that you think are
yeah,
like
so I have a team that a lot of people think are a dark horse, and I'm here to say, they're not going to make noise. And that's the Lions, because I like the Lions roster. And on to how we were talking about Njoku has pulled himself into the top tight end
Laporta?
conversation. After his rookie season, Laporta is already a top five tight end, and that's non debatable. Like, he's making plays, looking like George Kittle out there with the way he's
Yeah,
like with the way he's running after catch, and he's blocking good too. So he just looks very well rounded. That was a very giant steal, like maybe the biggest steal of the draft so far because of the premium that a tight end is in this league. But the reason they're not going to make noise is because Goff will ultimately hold this team back. He did it against the Cowboys.
no,
He put them in position to win the game at the end, but ultimately he's not good enough to win a Super Bowl he was better on the Rams when they went to that Super Bowl, and still in that Super Bowl, I mean, New England absolutely shut them down. They didn't do anything on offense. Goff will never win a Super Bowl. Goff will never get to a Super Bowl. The Browns won't make noise. They're first round exits.
Well,
Not the Browns. I'm
the
sorry, the
Lions.
Lions.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I think the Lions have a good 1-2 punch in the backfield. I think that you can't really
Their
dictate it
defense
off.
also not good. Their defense is not good either.
You can't dictate it off the Cowboys game because they won that game. Like they
I
beat the Cowboys, and the Cowboys are in a lot of people's eyes Super Bowl. They have a 22% chance of winning the Super Bowl or going to the
mhm.
Super Bowl, which is, I mean, it seems that, I mean, to Cowboys that's every year for them. But the Lions, I
Yeah.
think this squad. I mean, the receiving core is not bad. He has weapons. If Jared Goff just stays composed and makes the plays and doesn't get rattled, I mean,
hmm
he has also been to a Super Bowl. So let's see how the playoffs go. But yeah, I I don't know how I feel about the 49ers to an extent. Their roster
Oh,
is crazy,
I
but
think they're my favorite team. I
they're your
would say
favorite
they're the
team over
favorite team.
Baltimore.
No. Betting odds wise, I believe it is Baltimore, but for me, I like the 49ers the best to go all the way. I just think it's the most logical. They have the most built team besides outside of Baltimore in the NFC. They easily have the most built up team. Defense stout, dude. And then offense just everywhere you look, they're in position to go to the Super Bowl. If there's a year for the 49ers, this is the year. And you could say the same thing about Baltimore. It feels like it's both of these teams' years. That's definitely going to be the biggest wagon to get on is the Niners and Baltimore. I think that's what most people will be riding through the playoffs.
Yeah,
But listen, the Niners should be the favorite. Like you saw what they did to the Eagles. You saw what they did to the Cowboys, who everyone drools over. They handle their business. They had a short stint in the middle of the year where it was like, what's going on? What's going on with Purdy? But bounced back good. And then, that Baltimore game, that was a weird game. Didn't look good. But if you face a team twice, dude, in this league, they're not that worse. They're not that much worse than Baltimore. So another meeting, dude, that's going to be a way closer game.
yeah. What I think is Baltimore's offense is looking more dynamic than ever, and
It is.
they don't even
It is.
have Mark Andrews back, which he's out for the year, I believe.
Yeah, he's done.
That's without him, and that is.
I mean, Isaiah Likely was a dog
I
last
mean,
year.
no,
Did
no.
you see that grab?
Isaiah Likely has been a great tight end too, but I mean, Mark Andrews obviously is
Oh, yeah.
one of the best tight ends in the league, and that's without him. Isaiah Likely has been doing his job, but this is the most dynamic offense in the NFL, in my opinion. So
100%.
we'll
100%.
and Zay Flowers has been making a. If C.J. Stroud wasn't having the season he was, Zay Flowers can make a case that he's one of the best offensive rookies in the NFL, which I think he is. He's been excellent. He's what Hollywood Brown should have been, or it's.
Well, Hollywood Brown had a couple seasons there where he looked like a real solid receiver as
Yeah,
well.
but Zay
Then they
Flowers
dropped
is yeah
everything.
Zay Flowers is showing that he's really good, and I think this Baltimore offense is gonna take them really far into the Super Bowl.
Okay. Oh, into the Super Bowl. Okay. I just I need to see Lamar Jackson do it in the playoffs before I can believe it. Every playoff game I've seen from Lamar Jackson, he's completely underwhelmed. And while you're right, like they do have all of the pieces, I just can't trust it until I see it. Hey, if they go into the playoffs in the divisional round, because they clinched the 1 seed now, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah, if they go into the divisional round and they smoke whoever they play, I'm all in. I'm probably going to pick the Ravens to win the Super Bowl, but I need to see at least one game of it first. I just can't trust that Lamar Jackson will get it done in the playoffs,
yeah.
to be
Time
honest.
time will tell. But yeah. You have any other teams you're looking out for or anything?
So, so I have a wagon who everyone loves, and it's the Texans. I think the Texans can actually make real noise in the playoffs in that AFC picture. Their problem is they have to beat the Colts
They
this
have
week
to
to
beat
get
the
it.
Colts. Yeah,
They have to be, it's a win and in. but they control their destiny, and like I love that game. I feel like I would be all over the Texans money line over any other game this week. If they're controlling their own destiny. The times that they've looked faulty this year, it wasn't with CJ Stroud at the helm. I mean,
Yeah.
just in that Jets game, but then he got hurt, and and they're a completely different team with Stroud, dude. Though they're really, really good. These players play for him. He elevates everyone, which is what you want to see from a quarterback, and
Yeah.
especially a rookie quarterback. It's really impressive. D'Amico Ryan's looks like a really solid hire for them, and I just think they can make a little noise. I'm not saying they'll get to the Super Bowl. I'm not even saying they'll get to the AFC Championship, but they can win the wild card and they can put up some like they can put up a real game in the divisional round, I think.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Speaking of the Texans and Colts game, we have some picks that I we figured out. So Devin Singletary, I have over 61.5. I mean, the Colts are the 27th in the NFL defending the run. I think he's going to
Mm-hmm.
get a lot of touches, and if he gets 74 more yards rushing, he will get I think is a quarter million bonus on his contract. So,
Mm,
I mean, I'm going to take
love
the
that
over.
pick.
Yeah, I'm going to take
Love
the
that
over.
pick.
And another pick I have is Jonathan Taylor over zero point 0.5 anytime touchdown. He scored a touchdown every game since early November. I mean, I just think Jonathan Taylor is due for one. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. And then I've Houston and Indy over 47.5 points. I said it's two high powered offenses. Gardner Minshew's been slinging it, so I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. So yeah, anything else you
You're
want to add?
coming you're coming prepared with these
I
betting
am. I
stats
am.
tonight, man.
I've been doing my research
You
with the
gotta
bets. Yeah.
you guys gotta ride him if you want to win this weekend. Because that was informed shit, man.
All
That
right.
was good.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Peace out.